If you need any Xbox or PlayStation codes or any cheap PC games, use the referral link in the description. It will take you over to g2a.com. They already have a discount on most of their goods, and if you use the code CHES at checkout, you can get yourself an extra 3% off as well. Hey guys, how's it going? Ches back again, and welcome to my Euro 2016 round of 16 knockout predictions video. I did one for the group stage, some of which were pretty on point, some others were not on point with regards to sides like Hungary and Iceland etc. getting through, particularly Group F. Didn't necessarily go the way that you might have expected it to, but I'm going to do my round of 16 predictions here. Let me know in the comment section down below how you think these games are going to go. I'll obviously do one for the quarterfinals and the semi-finals and the final etc. When we get that far through the tournament. As long as England are in the tournament, I'll do my immediate thoughts videos as well. Obviously, I would have gotten the Welsh and Slovakia games done a lot sooner had I not been in Spain and on holiday whilst those games were played. The Russian one was put up about 15 minutes after the Russian game finished, and that one went down very well. So I'll try and do the same for the Iceland game when England play on Monday. And obviously, once all of the games have been played and we know what the quarterfinals look like, I'll do another predictions video for that. And again, we'll see how accurate or inaccurate these predictions have been. Like I say, let me know in the comment section down below what you think is going to happen in these round of 16 ties. As you can see, I'm down here now, not in the middle. But on the Saturday, as in today, when you see this, I'll probably put this video live like 10 AM maybe, because I'll have my player at midday and then AC Milan career mode at 4 PM. These times on your screen are UK times, of course, in Central Europe. It'll be an hour ahead, so 3 PM, 6 PM, 9 PM, etc. That's the schedule I was working off whilst I was in Spain. But the first one is Switzerland-Poland. Now, this one is actually pretty difficult to put together. If Poland perform as best as they can, they stand a very good chance of getting through this tie. Equally, so does Switzerland. Both sides have not necessarily the strongest 11s, but they do have fantastic individual talents. Poland obviously have Robert Lewandowski up top. Switzerland have the attacking prowess of Shaqiri and obviously Marko Arnautovic as well. Got Granit Xhaka there holding in the midfield, whilst Poland also have Grzegorz Krychowiak in the midfield too. So they kind of battle each other or kind of cancel each other out with regards where their strengths are in their side. Switzerland will need a little bit more from their strikers if they are to get through against Poland, I feel, but I do kind of lean towards the Swiss for that first one on 2 PM today, as you see this. At 5 PM tonight, or this evening, Wales will play Northern Ireland. Phenomenal performance from Northern Ireland so far to get themselves to this point in the tournament. Absolutely delighted for them to have made it out the group stage. Wales topped England's group and finished a point ahead of us as they destroyed Russia 3-0 in the final group stage game, whereas we only limped to a 0-0 draw with Slovakia. As good as Northern Ireland have been, I can't look beyond Wales here. Wales have been very, very good in the tournament so far. Bale is joint top scorer with 3 goals to this point alongside Alvaro Morata. And to be fair, they're an extremely good side right now, the Welsh, and they could go deep into the competition. So I'm going to say Wales for this second one. The third one is one of the ties of the round. There are 2 ties that stand out. This is the first of which, Croatia versus Portugal. Portugal obviously been underperforming so far in this tournament, finished 3rd in their group. Their final group stage game against Hungary was phenomenal. A 3-3 draw with Balázs Zsuzsak scoring twice. Ronaldo scoring twice. His first goal was incredible. That flick, the backwards little flick behind him to bring Portugal back level for a second time before they went behind for a third time before coming back again to equalise for a third time thanks to, again, Cristiano Ronaldo. So Portugal underperforming, but in the knockout stages, which is where they should be and where they should be performing, or a level to which they should be performing, is getting to the latter rounds of competitions like this. They haven't necessarily been performing that well so far. Croatia, on the other hand, are a side that I knew were very good, but after they underperformed, you'd say, at the World Cup in 2014, I wasn't sure what Croatia's side would turn up in France. I expected these sort of performances from them in Brazil, and they didn't turn up, but they've been exceptional so far in this tournament. Ivan Rakitic, Luka Modric has been world class, again, as you normally expect. Been particularly impressed with Ivan Perisic as well, formerly of Wolfsburg, now at Inter Milan, of course. He's been very, very good, and a lot of their attacking play, a lot of their good attacking play goes through him on the left-hand side. But equally, Luka Modric and Ivan Rakitic run things in the middle as well. Again, been underwhelmed with Mario Mandzukic. He didn't impress Well, he's never impressed me in the Croatia shirt. He always seems to score goals at club level, but I've never been impressed with him for his national side. But Croatia are playing very good football right now. They're in fantastic form as a side, and individually, a lot of the key players are in great form. So I'm going to lean towards Croatia here. It might be a little bit brave, considering Portugal do have the quality in their side to best the Croats, but I do think Croatia will pull through this one. It's one of the biggest sides in the round, one of the most informed sides, and one of the least informed but biggest sides in the competition, Portugal. So I'm going to go Croatia for this one. Moving on to Sunday's 3 games, as you can see here. Let me just move that up slightly so I'm not blocking Belgium. The 2 o'clock early kickoff is France versus the Republic of Ireland. Ireland, both Northern Ireland and the Republic have played very well so far in this tournament. Ireland got battered by Belgium, but I think, despite the fact that they did pretty well to get out of the group, obviously you can't really look past France. France have played okay, but they haven't really flourished in the same way that someone like Croatia or Spain or Italy have. So they had to rely very late on to beat Romania and Albania, but they were very strong in their third and final group stage game. So I have to go with France here. I think it's an obvious win for France. But again, that could come back to bite me in the behind. Republic of Ireland do have the opportunity to get revenge from the Thierry Henry handball a few years ago, and that might be enough to spur them on to put in a real hell of a performance and give France a run for their money. So we'll have to wait and see what happens there, but I'm going to lean France. The next game at 5 p.m, Germany-Slovakia. You can't look beyond the World Cup champions against Slovakia. Slovakia basically defended their way out of the group in Group B behind England and Wales. Were very, very solid at the back, but we should have beaten them. Wales did beat them, and Russia were Russia. So they'll probably defend against Germany the same way they did against us, but the Germans are much better equipped to take apart a side that defends that way, and you can't look beyond Germany for this one either. The 2 Sunday games so far, pretty one-sided in my opinion. Again, feel free to disagree in the comment section down below. The third game is Hungary-Belgium, as you can see. Belgium, similar to Portugal, should be playing very well. Haven't been. They did do extremely well against Ireland, obviously, to get that 3-0 victory, and they're through to this round of 16 tie against Hungary, who are questionably the biggest shock progression in the tournament so far, other than perhaps their fellow, the side they also played in the group stage, Iceland, who we'll come on to for Monday's games. But Hungary have been particularly impressive. They beat Austria, they drew with Portugal, and they drew with Iceland, I believe. I think it was 5 points they ended on, with a hell of a game against Portugal, as we mentioned earlier on in the final group stage game. Fantastic goals scored in that one as well, as we mentioned, both on both sides of the scoreline. Their first goal from Zoltan Giro was an absolute ripper. He's done that a few times in the Premier League, doing it on the international stage once again here. Hungary, I want Hungary to go through because their underdog story is absolutely fantastic, but I think Belgium will do it. They might only scrape through, but I think Belgium will do it. Now, for me, the tie of the entire round of 16 is the one, as you can see here, at 5 p.m. on Monday. Italy-Spain. 2 sides that have been arguably the best 2 sides in the tournament thus far. Spain have been taking apart oppositions as they play them, but Italy are renowned for their fantastic defensive ability. So, I don't know which way this one will go. I genuinely have no idea. I think it will be a draw after 90 minutes. Someone might sneak it in extra time, probably Spain, but I genuinely don't know. It could go all the way to penalties. It's probably the only tie, I think, of the round that would go to, that I'd say would be the favourite to go to penalties, because they've just both been playing such very good football, and I cannot pick a winner there. I'll definitely take some advice from you guys down below as to who you think will win that tie between Italy and Spain. England-Iceland is the final game of the round of 16. Obviously, as an England fan, I want England to win. I fully expect England to win, but we must not underestimate Iceland. They are the smallest side still in the competition, I believe. I'm not entirely too sure what Slovakia's population is. But Iceland, I think the population is like 320,000 as a country. So for them to get out of the group stage was ridiculous with Austria, Hungary and Portugal. and they finished second in the group. So we finished second in our group, obviously, a point behind Wales. They finished second in their group, behind Hungary, who topped the group, and Portugal scraped through in third. They do have a couple of players that we're familiar with, most notably Gylfi Sigurdsson, who can damage you whenever he likes. He's that sort of player and of that level of quality. So I think the most important thing is not to give away any set pieces around the edge of the box, because Gylfi will score those if given the opportunity. So I'm obviously going to say England win, but the way we've been playing so far, it might be a replica of the Slovakia game where the opposition defend, defend, defend. We're rather toothless in attack and can't break them down, and we might have to rely on a late winner again, a la Sturridge against Wales. I'm not entirely too sure. We're like the joint fifth side with regards to the most amount of possession in the competition so far, average possession that is over the group stage, but we just haven't been anywhere near as ruthless as we should be when scoring goals and being clinical with our chances. We've created lots of chances, we just haven't put the ball in the back of the net anywhere near regularly enough. So hopefully, what I'm hoping is that England will have a really solid game against Iceland, create lots of chances, score a handful of chances as well, hopefully 2 or 3, maybe even more goals. Obviously, I'm being slightly biased here, so feel free to call me out in the comment section. But I'd like England to build in offensive confidence in the game against Iceland to go into the next round, which would be, I think the next game for England will be, if we get through against Iceland, would be the winner of France-Ireland. So it's probably going to be France, it's probably going to be England, and if we're to beat the hosts, we're probably going to need to be as good defensively as we have been so far, minus a couple of Joe Hart mistakes, and more clinical in front of goal as we haven't been to this point. But hopefully if we can score a couple against Iceland, that will put everybody in the right mood and right frame of mind to go ahead and really attack the hosts in the quarterfinals. That's my predictions for the round of 16 stage of the competition. Like I say, let me know yours in the comment section down below. I'll be tweeting about all of the games throughout the entirety of the weekend, so feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. Links down below in the description. Let me know which side, if you're from any of the sides involved, let me know how you think your side will get on and how you think your team has been performing so far in the tournament. And hopefully, many of you will make it through to the quarterfinals. Obviously, not all of you can, but hopefully England will be among the quarterfinal sides. That's all for now. Drop the video a like if you enjoyed. Plenty of FIFA content coming later on this afternoon as well, so keep your eyes peeled on the channel and subscribe so you make sure you don't miss those videos. But I'll see you next time.